Now, this is crazy. Vince Zampella sits down with IGN to discuss the future of Battlefield, confirms a modern setting, and teases a community testing program. Read the full interview. Yeah, go on then. Okay, this is absolutely crazy. I was just jumping into bed. Got the ping, and here I am making a video. Oh, Battlefield. So, ahead of its Investor Day on September the 17th, EA revealed fresh details on its untitled Battlefield game alongside its first official concept art, which you're looking at right now. It looks nitty, it looks gritty, there is fire, buildings, elevation, urban. I could see water and boats in the background. I could see choppers of all sorts kicking off. Don't get too excited. This is concept art, but concept art is normally based around a map that will be produced. So Battlefield is going back to basics. I'm sure you're all pleased to hear that. So am I. It doesn't mean I've not had a load of fun in 2042. Fun is all I pretty much got out of the game, as well as an awesome community in you guys. Okay, so Vince goes on to shout out about Battlefield 3 and 4 while sitting down with IGN. God damn, IGN are lucky. He says if you look back at what is the pinnacle of Battlefield, then it's Battlefield 3 and 4. Look, I've been saying that for years now. We've not had a truly great Battlefield since 4, which is the GOAT. He goes on to say we have to get back to that time, and rightly so. And then we'll see where it goes from there. But I think for me, it's the peak of Battlefieldness. Love it. Battlefieldness. It's nostalgic for players, for him, for us, the teams, and those are kind of the heyday. Although I would say 1942 also, quite a gap there, Vince. The return of the modern setting represents a course correction for the series of Battlefield 2042, which eventually found its footing, but was otherwise widely panned for features like specialists. So he goes on to say that they're designing things that are more aligned with previous Battlefields, more nice, dense, well-designed play spaces. Yes, yes, yes. BF3, BF4 maps. Oh my god, they just stand out for me above all other Battlefields. Yes, BF1 had some great maps, Bad Company 2 did, but 3 and 4, the modern day urban maps, oh man, something else. Big news also, specialists are out this time round. Wow, okay, so no wingsuits, unless they could put it as a gadget. Don't give me no hate. Hey, I love getting around the map with a wingsuit, but I'm not bothered. I loved Battlefield before specialists, and we're still doing epic stuff. So no problem or arguments from me there. And he likes to point out that the team tried something new and you have to applaud them for that. It's what I've said also. If you don't try new things, then you'll never know, but you've got to evolve somehow. Otherwise, you'll be left in a stagnant mess. But on the flip side, if what you've already got is perfection, do you need to evolve at all? Not everybody liked the specialists. I mean, that is clear. But you got to try things like I just said. It didn't work. It didn't fit. Yeah. I don't know. Specialists will not be coming back. So classes are kind of the core of Battlefield. And we're going back to that. Classes confirmed. Specialists are out. He's careful to stress that 2042 wasn't a failure of a game, despite not doing as well as hoped. He notes that the development team really spent a lot of time learning how to adapt and getting things back. That's, again, something I've always said. The game launched in a mess, which Vince goes on to say, but you've got to applaud. DICE made it into a truly decent Battlefield game. They put things right, and it's a huge learning curve for them. They've seen what's wrong. They know how to put it right. So hopefully, like he says, they can get it good out of the gate this time. I can't believe I'm reading this. It's Monday, the 16th of September, 2024. What is going on? What is this all about? I'm going to have to do another video when I wake up. Of course, the CEO of EA, Andrew Wilson, said that it is the most ambitious project in EA's history. Zampella doesn't add too much, but he does say that EA is definitely betting bigger on Battlefield this time around, and obviously going to expand what Battlefield is. That's brilliant because, like I said, if the game was absolute perfection, then they have to expand it somewhere. Developers and publishers, they're always wanting to expand what they have. Otherwise, it's not seen to be growing, and then maybe a bit of a, not failure, that's not the word, but you get what I'm trying to say. So if they can expand the universe, which we've heard time and time again recently, then that's what they're going to do. Of course, the core Battlefield players, we know what we want. They've been with us forever. They've been amazing supporters. Thank you. We need to earn their trust back and get them back on our side. And then, like I just mentioned, expanding and getting more players into the universe and seeing what we can do. That's what it's all about. Games have to be seen to be going forward. Specialist 2042, unfortunately, they tried something new, but it didn't work. This is actually really huge here right now. So expanding and getting more players into the universe and seeing what we can do. So when you want a different experience, you don't have to leave Battlefield. You can experience more things within Battlefield universe. So we're expanding the offerings that we're giving. Come on now. This is single player, as we know. This is a multiplayer from DICE, as we pretty much know. And then this is going to be the huge one. It's going to be something competitive. Is it going to be a battle royale? Is it going to be an extraction? Is it going to be something completely new? Who knows? But it's just confirmed it. Something else. Because if you want that battle royale experience, you're always leaving Battlefield to go to Apex, to go to Warzone, to go to PUBG, to go to Fortnite, or whatever. Now you won't have to. Huge. Then there's some more talk about how Battlefield has outsold Call of Duty on some of its top games, Battlefield 1, for example, but they're not wanting to take Call of Duty down. They're just wanting to compete a little bit. Of course, it's unclear when the next Battlefield will release, but there are signs that EA is ramping up for 2025, which I think we all kind of hope in our heads. Apparently, there's been playtesting of the game every single week and plans to launch a community program next year, although it's unclear if it's a closed beta or something else. Vince goes on to say that they've got a program which they're going to announce next year around getting more community in, because that's what they have to do. Get the community back on side, get the trust back. So he thinks we're in a really good place. And is it challenging? Of course, but it wouldn't be fun. So obviously, they're working hard. They know what they've got to do, and hopefully they get it right. As I pretty much already know, one way or another, EA is betting a huge amount of time, money, and manpower on the idea that the multiplayer shooter space is ready for a shake-up. As for whether the bet will pay off, it sounds like we could know sooner rather than later. Believe me, the money that EA are throwing at Battlefield is massive. It has to be massive because this is the last chance saloon for Battlefield as a franchise. If it doesn't get out the gate strong and is a hit or seen to be successful, then it is probably going to be the end of the franchise. But let's not end on a negative note. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be so much to offer, getting the community involved. I'm not saying just the Creator Network. I'm hoping there is betas and open play tests, maybe even a community test environment like we used to have with BF4. That was awesome. But what a day. Wow, I did not expect that. I'm going to go get some sleep. Drop a like if you're excited like I am, and I will talk about this tomorrow on the live stream. So hopefully I will see you then. Wow, that is actually crazy. Sorry, I'm super excited. It's kind of all stuff that I already knew or have already said in the past. But yeah, that's huge. Oh, that is awesome!